I'm on lull. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Saying call up Zellweger now. That'd be great.
Let him have his time in junior. It's all good. He'll be
He'll
here
be
soon.
He'll be here eventually. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. All good.
We also had Floria here. Gopedo saying hi from Oahu. Our D is suspect though. Yes. Yeah, we've talked already. Yeah, the defense needs a little bit of working, but it'll come, I think. So
yeah, no, that's fair, man. I would have liked to see him get his 9 games as well. I'm very surprised that he didn't, unless they're like banking on being able to get him into the 9 games at the end of the season, either because the Ducks are way out of the playoffs or they're in a playoff spot and they're like, we have injuries, let's get Zellweger in later in the season. You know,
I'd like to
right?
think it is that last few games of the season type deal. I'd like to think it is that, which does make sense because the Ducks aren't in a position to be really contending yet.
No,
so it does make more sense.
Yeah.
So, because that's when NHL teams will kind of back off a little bit if they're in playoff spots, and typically at the end of the season, you're against division rivals more so. Who are pushing for those spots, right? Or it's done already.
Yeah, so. and it's a better taste of what the NHL is like than trying to get that feeling out process. Everyone's trying to get their guys their 9 games in, or whatever the case might be, right? But let's look at Matty Beniers last season, just because we just played him, right? But he's, I think, the prime example of bring a guy in at the end of the season into real NHL games and see what you actually have with him. And it's not like beginning of the season for him either. Like he would have played his entire junior season already, right? Or no, he was college. He's a college guy, isn't he? Beniers?
I believe so. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Anyways, his season was over, but he had already had all of that practice in, right? So he was in form already, I guess. And in that 21-22 season for the Seattle Kraken's last 10 games, Matty Beniers had 3 goals, 6 assists for 9 points in his first 10 games, which is nuts. And I think the only one he didn't get a point in was his very first one. Nope. Which one was it? It was it was kind of in the middle against Dallas, but he had a point in every other game. But that one. So I think that could be a good time to bring up Olen Zellweger.
Yeah. I do have one more comparison because you brought up Matty Beniers for the end of the season. I think a better comparison even is a guy like Owen Power of the Buffalo Sabres now.
Yeah, there you go.
They brought him in at the end of last season. And Power and Beniers, if I'm remembering this correctly, University of Michigan.
That sounds right. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, together. Owen Power came in last year for the last few games of the season. 8 games played, 2 goals, 3 points, +3 with 2 penalty minutes, 10 shots. Again, this is Buffalo as well.
Yeah.
So kind of similar spot I feel like Anaheim might be. So yeah, I do like that idea now that we're kind of talking about it out loud of try Zellweger at the end of the season, and then he's not sitting with it the entire junior year of I had the taste of the NHL and now I'm back here in a way.
Yeah.
Some guys can kind of take it as a bit of a slight, but like trying to keep it positive as best as they can. But if you give them that taste at the end kind of thing, and then, okay, now go into the off season and do your best to stay here.